here with another Photoshop tutorial. This time we're going to look at the technique known as masking. Now, in all my years of using Photoshop, one thing I've discovered is never ever delete anything. Let's say, for instance, we're working on this hobnob biscuit scene and I want to isolate this biscuit right here. What a beginning user would probably do is select the biscuit. I'm going to do this quick rough and ready, and then inverse the selection to select everything else but the biscuit and hit delete. Now, yes, that works, but what usually happens is you change your mind, the client changes its mind, and you didn't want just the biscuit. Perhaps you wanted the hobnob tub, that kind of thing. Deleting is pretty permanent. So one solution is the ability to mask, that is, hide pixels that you don't want. So Control and D to deselect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the elliptical marquee tool to select this biscuit. I'm also going to give you a few tips when using it. The elliptical marquee is a bit of a pain to work with right at the very beginning. You click and drag, it draws it from the top left-hand corner. So that can be quite tricky to get a good shape around the biscuit. Look, it's kind of around the top bit, but not around the bottom bit. So the other thing, when you click and drag, you can get ellipses very easy. But when you want to select a circle, it can be quite tricky to make a circle by eyes. So one tip, hold down Shift. By holding down Shift when you click and drag, you will always get a perfect circle. Just going to deselect. To make your selections even easier, instead of drawing from the top left-hand corner, if you place your cursor in the center of your circle and hold down Alt and click and drag, it will create the marquee from the center of your circle. Hold down Shift to get a perfect circle. Selections made even easier. That's roughly right, so that'll do. You can move your selection by clicking and dragging. Don't select the move tool and click and drag, because you'll end up cutting your biscuit out, and that's not good. That's not what we want. I'm just going to move it down, make it bigger. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to keep this biscuit but hide this biscuit and this tub. Very easy to do with masking. You'll find the option to mask under layers. This is the masking option at the very bottom. It looks like a square with a circle in the middle. You put your mouse pointer over it and it says add layer mask. If I click, I have added a layer mask, isolating the area I've selected and hiding everything else. The clue to this is here. This is the actual mask. Anything that is white is available for you to see. Anything that's black is hidden. Now, you can use this to your advantage because you can paint in elements of the picture that you've masked. All you need is a white brush. So I've got my white color selected there. I've got B selected there. I click and I drag. Look, there's the hobnob biscuit. Anything that's a shade of grey, let's try grey. Don't know if you can see that. It's painting in a bit fainter. So you can see there's still the faintness of the biscuit, but it's generally good if you work with black or white. Black deletes and white brings it back. Nice and simple. The great thing is that if you make a mistake with your mask, you don't want it, you can quite easily just drag it to the bin. Do I apply the mask? No, I just want to delete it. It's gone and I'm back to normal. So there's a little tip for masking. Enjoy.